Welcome to the home of the best dividend portfolio recap on YouTube. In today's video, I'm going to be diving into how much I made in September in passive income via dividends and my progress towards my goal of early retirement. If you too are obsessed with all things dividends, passive income, and wealth creation, go ahead and click that subscribe button as that's all I cover here on the channel. With that being said, let's dive right into my taxable account that I'm going to use to retire early. Over here on Fidelity, you can see my 11 holdings on the left side of the screen. There have been no new positions added or old positions sold over the past month as I'm in the accumulation phase for my current holdings. With this handy little chart, you'll be able to see how the account balance has grown so far this year. Beginning the year, the account balance was at $25,131.92. Concluding last month, my balance was sitting at $45,178.10. And now, concluding September, my account balance now sits at $45,492.97. Over the past month or two, the wife and I have been working on combining our finances, and me being the type of person I am, I need to make sure that everything is in order before any action is taken. With that being said, from this point forward, we are budgeting $2,000 per month into our investments outside of our company match 401k contributions. This brings the total investable money added to this account in 2023 up to $11,786.69, which already passes my 2023 goal set of $7,350, and I still have another 2 contributions scheduled for the remainder of the year. In combination with the slight remaining cash I had in this account, my total investable amount in October will be $2,033.32. Next, let's review my biggest winners in this account. My best performer in this account is ExxonMobil, that's up 43.96% or $1,290.23. My second best performer is AbbVie, that's up 13.55% or $497.29. And rounding out the top 3, we have Costco, that's up 12.07% or $354.36. Now, of course, not all of my stocks are winners, so let me show you the stocks in the bottom 3 with my biggest losers. My worst performer is currently NextEra Energy, that is down 26.64% or $781.73. My second biggest loser is currently Starbucks, and that is down 6.12% or $224.29. And then my third worst performing stock is Pool Corp, and that is down 4.21% or $154.23. Lastly, let's look down here at the bottom of this screenshot to see that this account did give up some gains in September, but is still up 4.84% or $1,774.65. All right, next, let's check to see how this account stacks up versus the 3 major indexes. On this screenshot, you'll be able to see 2 different rates of return, time-weighted and money-weighted. Simply put, time-weighted is best used if there is no money going in or out of the account, while money-weighted is best used if there is. Since money is now being added to the account, the money-weighted best fits my situation. You can see that I have a year-to-date return of 10.5%, which includes a give back of 2.89% in September. Next, I actually have some news I wanted to share when it comes to the dividend payouts of 2 of my holdings. On September 19th, Microsoft announced a 10.3% dividend increase, bringing their dividend from 68 cents per share per quarter, or $2.72 per share per year, up to 75 cents per share per quarter, or $3 per share per year. The very next day, on September 20th, Starbucks announced a 7.5% dividend increase, bringing their dividend from 53 cents per share per quarter, or $2.12 per share per year, to 57 cents per share per quarter, or $2.28 per share per year. This makes back-to-back months where I've gotten at least 1 pay raise from these companies that I don't even work for. Later in the episode, we will get to see how those dividend raises impacted my projected dividend income. Next, let's head over to my dividend tracking spreadsheet to check out my buys over the past month. September marks the 5th full month that I was adding to this account in 2023. Here you'll be able to see what I bought, how much I spent, the average cost of each purchase, and how much it added in forward income. The most I spent was $189.72 on Apple. The biggest share increase goes to NextEra Energy, where I added 2.123 shares, and APD had the biggest bump in forward income with $7.54. In total, I was able to spend $1,672.47 on 10.285 shares over the span of 18 trading days in September, which results in $43.67 in added forward income. Next, let's see what that does to the share counts in this account. Beginning 2023, this account had a total of 167.947 total shares, or an average of 15.267 shares per holding. Concluding August, this same account had a total of 220.367 shares, or an average of 20.033 shares per holding. And at the close of September, I'm now sitting at 230.628 total shares, or 20.966 average shares per holding. As I said many times, dividend investing is a long game, so it can be helpful to track all kinds of numbers like these to see your progress on a monthly basis. If you find yourself needing motivation in this game we call dividend investing, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get fresh ideas and walk with me step by step in my journey. Next, let's look at the current yield and changes to the cost basis of the positions in this account. My yield on cost for this portfolio is now sitting at 2.05%, which is up from the 2.04% from August because of the drop in price of a lot of my holdings in September, raising their yield. Now, I wanted to outline the changes in cost basis over the past month. Here you can see that my largest increase in cost basis is with Costco, going from $501.61 per share to $504.09 per share, while my largest decrease in cost basis goes to Pool Corp, that went from $372.87 per share to $371.73 per share. This month, 8 of my 11 holdings cost me more than my cost basis, which is not ideal, but if we can get a few more months like this, maybe I can get some better deals on my current positions. Next, I wanted to show you my projected annual income for this account. Beginning 2023, I had a yearly projection of $494.51, which comes out to $41.21 per month, or $1.35 per day. As of the end of August, those numbers went to a yearly projection of $711.42, which is $59.28 per month, or $1.95 per day. And now, concluding September, I'm sitting at projections of $753.86 for the year, which comes out to $62.82 per month, or $2.07 per day. Next, let's check to see who paid me in September and how much I made in passive income. In total, I received 5 dividend payments and 1 interest payment. On September 1st, I received $5.83 from Visa that was dripped, getting me 0.024 free shares. On September 8th, I received $5.63 from Costco that was also dripped, getting me 0.01 free shares. On September 11th, I received $31.55 from ExxonMobil that was dripped, getting me 0.276 free shares. On September 14th, I received $8.86 from Microsoft that was dripped, getting me 0.027 free shares. On September 15th, I received $16.58 from NextEra Energy that was dripped, getting me 0.242 free shares. And on September 29th, I received $32.15 as an interest payment on the cash sitting in the account. With the $8.86 received from Microsoft on September 14th, I have now eclipsed $1,100 in career dividends in my Retire Early account. Remember, last month I told you that I just passed $1,000 in career dividends on August 25th, and now just 20 days later, I've already made my next $100 on the way to my bigger goal of early retirement. As also mentioned in last month's recap, it took me 395 days to make my first $100 in dividends in this account, and with a little time, patience, and of course cash, I made this last $100 in just 20 days. The snowball's rolling, guys. Speaking of the snowball, let's go ahead and add these September numbers up to see how I'm doing when compared to previous Septembers. With this chart, I like to check to see how the growth of my income is going when compared to itself. September of 2020 was just my 5th month on my journey, and I made a total of $5.40. Then in September of 2021, that bumped up to $33.01, which represented a 511.3% year-over-year increase. The following year, in September of 2022, after some portfolio changes to what I have now, I actually dropped to $30.89, which was a 6.4% year-over-year decrease. Which brings us to September of 2023, where I regained that ground and then some, up to $100.60, which is up a whopping 225.7% from just 12 months ago. This brings the total amount received so far in 2023 up to $609.86, which you can see is already a 98.2% increase from the dividends I received in all of 2022, with a few months still left to go. Obviously, the $609.86 I've made to this point in the year is far from my goal of early retirement, but we all start somewhere, and the progress I'm seeing so far is my motivation to keep going. As I mentioned last month, I'm doing my best to keep these videos as informative yet short as possible. In an effort to try to hold up to that, I'm skipping the individual coverage of my Roth IRA, and I'm just going to round up all my accounts here to end the video. First up, let's check to see how the portfolio as a whole has grown and what percentage of my portfolio is now in dividend-paying holdings. To start 2023, I had a total of 518.474 shares, which is an average of 23.567 shares, with 53.89% of my investments being in dividend-paying holdings. Concluding August, I was up to a total of 992.541 shares, or an average of 43.154 shares, with 93.935% of my investments being in dividend-paying holdings. And now I'm at 1,006.282 total shares, or an average of 41.928 shares per holding, with an exciting 94.347% of my investments being in dividend-paying holdings. Now, let's see the projected forward income from all those shares for my full portfolio. Beginning the year, I had a yearly projection of $745.30, which comes out to $62.11 per month, or $2.04 per day. As of the end of August, those numbers went to a yearly projection of $1,779.18, which is $148.24 per month, or $4.87 per day. And now, concluding September, I have exciting projections of $1,837.59 for the year, which comes out to $153.13 per month, or $5.03 per day. The last thing I wanted to cover is the total amount of passive income received for these portfolios and compare to last September. For the month of September, I have history going back to 2020. Quickly going over them, we have September of 2020, where I made $5.40. Then we moved to September of 2021, where I made $33.03, which was a 511.7% year-over-year increase. Next up was September of 2022, where I made $59.01, which was a 78.7% increase year-over-year. And finally, this year in September, where I made a total of $194.79, which is a very nice 230.1% year-over-year increase. If you look down here at the bottom of this chart, you can see that including all of my investment accounts, I've now brought in $1,415.42 in passive income, with 3 more exciting months of growth to come. Seeing this progress so far this year has been very inspiring to me, and I hope someone out there finds it just as inspiring to them to just get started and take control of your financial future. Make sure you go ahead and leave your September dividend returns down in the comments so we can cheer you on as I respond to each and every comment. It's so important to remember that we all start somewhere and we all have our own races to run, so just keep your head up and keep going. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the video, as that's supposed to help me with the YouTube algorithm somehow, and then don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up with these portfolio updates and the other great dividend related content. Thank you all so much for the support, and until next time, see you.